I just filmed an intro, and it ended up being 20 minutes. Because I basically went and did my Believathon TBR, which I didn't know why I thought that would be short. So I'm gonna refilm that, and maybe you'll just see what I read for each prompt as I go along. I've already finished one of the prompt. It was the key prompt. I read the Unadoptables. I gave it 5 stars. There was a couple things I wish they had more of, but it was still a 5-star read. The Unadoptables is about these 5 orphans. We kind of follow mainly this one orphan named Milu. She wants to find her birth family. She is dead set that they're on believing they're coming back for her. There is a certain circumstances which requires them to end up running away from the orphanage, but the orphanage wasn't that great anyway, so we're not that upset about it. That's it. 5 stars. It was really good. There are 2 more books that I'm expecting to finish this week, although I'm trying to get a lot of the middle grades done. I'm not sure what this is going to do for my regular TBR. This is a Believathon vlog, but you might get snippets of like what I'm also like reading outside of middle grade, because I'm not doing 2 separate vlogs. I've tried doing vlogs in general, and it doesn't end up working. I always end up doing 1 or 2 days, or doing like a week and then not doing any other day. So it will kind of double as just a day, like a weekly vlog as well as a Believathon vlog. So those 2 are the Another Word for Home by Jasmine Orga. That one fits the prompt for fingerprints as well as the scream. For fingerprints, it's to read a book outside of your culture, and the scream is an audiobook. Or to read a book out loud, but I'm reading it as an audiobook. And I'm also expecting to finish Tunnels, which by what's his name? Tunnels by Roger Gordon, which was supposed to be the key prompt, but it also fits another prompt, which is, come on, where is Tunnels? Dangerous Setting, I think is where it is. No, it's not Dangerous Setting. That's Final Village. Oh, which is for the Backpack, which is a new to you author. So Tunnels by Roger Gordon is a new to me author. I also showed you a couple books that are not on my TBR that I want to read as well. This is on my like Bookopolython, or not Bookopolython. What am I talking about? My Phase 10 TBR. This one was added for a beautiful cover, but the cover isn't that beautiful, so I changed it out. I'm also getting the second book in the Frost Heart series, so I want to read that, and I have a couple Kindle books which are also middle grade, which I might try to read as well. We'll see. Basically, the more books I read this month, the less books I need to read in December. But like, I only have like school for like the first week of December, and then I'm off until January, so I don't necessarily know why I'm trying to read so many books this month. I just feel like it. Okay, that's my intro. I don't know exactly what I'm reading. I'm just gonna try and get those first 2 books that I mentioned to you done, as well as maybe a couple others. Bye. Okay, hey guys, it's currently 12:52, so it's November 3rd. Today's the election, so just stay safe if you feel like you need to go into public to vote. Make sure you take whatever precautions you think are necessary, and also just whatever precautions like your voting area requires. Like, I know we had to wear masks, although the 6 feet distance was a little bit skewed, because when I went to vote, I early voted, and when I went to vote, we got like so full that they were having us stand like shoulder to shoulder in a line waiting for the booth to open up. So it was kind of we were wearing masks, but the 6 foot distancing rules was thoroughly obeyed. Yesterday, I finished, what is it called? Other Words for Home by, I haven't written it in Goodreads. I finished it, so. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out who it's by. I'm looking on Goodreads right now. If it would load. Man. And there aren't just all this white bonds, so now it's not tasting very good. By Jasmine Warga. I gave it 4 stars. There's some parts that seem to drag on and some that I wanted more of. It was good. It was interesting. I think you added you kept like a couple of Arab words just kind of sprinkled in, like that we could figure out by context clues, which I thought was kind of cool. It was very interesting, and then like talking about the class and the play, that was all very interesting. What was going on with the family dynamics, that was interesting as well. I also made decent progress in Over the Woodward Wall. I'm now on, I think, it's either 8 or 7, I forgot which one. And I actually think I might be further than that. Because I found the audiobook on Script. Which means I got to listen to quite a bit of it on 2 times speed. That one's going really well. I'm super interested in it because we're getting like some of the snippets from like oh gosh, what's it called? Middle King, which was very interesting. And then like seeing how he got from, between the points. Let's see. I'm also trying to participate in NaNoWriMo, which I didn't write any on November 1st. So I have about 1,117 right now. I need to write 2,000 a day, including yesterday, so I didn't quite make it. But if I just have 4,000 by the end of the day, and I didn't start that until later, like really late into the day. So as long as I have 4,000, because I have more time today than I had yesterday, so as long as I get 4,000 by the end of tomorrow, I'll be on track. I don't know if I'm gonna try and get this one published because it's such a weird concept, and I don't know how well the execution's gonna be because I only have like a basic plan, but that's only for the introduction. Like, I kind of have an idea about what I want to happen, but like 50,000 words of an idea? No, definitely not. Outside of that, my reading actually nothing really has happened with my reading outside of that. So there's that. This is a 6-minute clip of nothing but me eating and peeling an orange. So have fun with that one. It's 3 on November 3rd. I haven't written anything today, but I was thinking about starting that at about 5. Do some homework about 4. I got some playing cards that I keep messing with, so there's that. But I just finished, what's it called? Over the Woodward Wall by A. Deborah Baker or Shauna McGuire. I gave it 5 stars. I need to go write everything down about it, but in my little notebook, or not notebook, but the stack of papers over there for the thing. Yeah, so that's it. I haven't really been reading anything else, so yeah. I'm also apparently just out of the blue started taking part in the 1,000 Door-A-Thon, and I just finished the first prompt for that because I used Drinking by My Shelves, her prompt for it, and it was 5, and so I used a 5-star prediction. So let's see what my next prompt is.
What star rating would you give it out of 5?
5.
On this end screen, we are going to see 4 dots. Click the one that best represents the star rating that you gave this book, or if you did have to look, you will see a dot for that too. Off you go on your quest.
Alright, so prompt 2, 4 to 5. Let's see what my prompt is. So this is a mix of 1,000 Door-A-Thon, Believathon, and just a regular reading vlog. So that's fun. Okay, I'm on Meg's channel, Meg with Books.
Welcome to prompt 2. So as you probably know by now, each of us 3 main co-hosts have a special way we are giving our prompts. And if you don't know already,
She's
mine are
doing
all in the
the
form of memes. So I'm going to show you a meme, and you just pick a book that gives you the vibe of that meme. However you choose to interpret that, I'm going to give you some suggestions.
I looked at her video first and couldn't figure one out for the first prompt.
So the meme for this prompt is... I think this is a really easy prompt. I think I can really catch it here. So, I think the most obvious interpretation is a
Sequel, okay, new novel. Okay, I have a good one for this. I have a good one for this one. So she does a meme, and the meme's that I'm back. And so she's doing sequels. Now this one is actually also a reread, so you can interpret it that way as well. This one will fit my Believathon, the 1,000 Door-A-Thon, and I think even my regular TBR. So let me grab it real quick. But The Vile Village by Limited Snicket. This will be my next read. And I'm pretty sure this is on my regular TBR too, so that would be amazing if I can get this one done as well. I'm just doing everything this month. That's it. I'm doing everything. Okay, because I forget to keep doing this, like I keep forgetting to tell you guys what each book prompt fulfilled. So Over the Woodward Wall by A. Deborah Baker fulfills the prompt for The Shadow, which is a book published in 2020, or first published in 2020. So The Vile Village by Limited Snicket is the 7th book in the series of unfortunate events, and it fulfills the prompt for dangerous setting. There is no specific reason why the setting is more dangerous. In fact, I believe there are some books where the setting in that book is more dangerous than the setting in this book. I mean, in one of them, they're, going to freeze to death. On another, they're stuck on an island. So, like, or they're in a submarine. Like, this is not the most dangerous setting, but I would say it's dangerous because we're dealing with Count Olaf, and I don't know. I'm kind of stretching a bit with this one. I just wanted to reread this one. But yeah, so this one fulfills that prompt. I'm also using it for my meme prompt that I got. And I believe it's on my TBR. Let me just clarify, but I'm pretty sure it's on my November TBR. What was the prompt for this one? If it is, I forgot. Okay. So I'm wrong. This only is on Believathon. This is not on my November TBR for Phase 10. So I'll get through this. Hopefully the next one will actually have me read some of these. Because I have some of like the middle grade. That's on my November TBR. Are also on my Believathon TBR. And I have some really big books over here, like, that I need to be working on, and I'm working on these shorter ones that aren't even on my TBR. So I might be punishing myself next month, but I think I'll still get a lot read anyway. Alright, so I'm watching one of the group me's I'm on, losing their minds over the election. But I'm also just finished The Vile Village. I gave it 4 stars. So let's go see what my prompt would be for prompt 3. That one got me the dagger, which I already informed you about, so no, not loop it. Go. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, okay. I guess. Okay, so like it's a reread. So basically, with this one, I just have to like say if I knew where the book was going, or guess where it was going. But it's a reread, so I already knew what happened in it. I'm gonna go with my answer, or what I think my answer would have been when I first read it, which I don't think I would have seen where I was going when I first read it. So I'm going to hit no. Okay, I'm with in Tasman.
Smashing this, oh my god. So far, you have got the most positive response out of all of the parts, and honestly, I'm kind of jealous, because when I actually come around to playing this myself, that is the route that I hope to take too. I hope you're having a great time too. Oh, I certainly am. Remember that we're doing Twitter sprints and live shows all the time. My third prompt for you is a book that feels like a world. Now you can interpret this as
Feels like marble. Okay. I have to think about that one. Let's see. I'm hoping to get a book that has an audiobook so I can get the writing done, because it's 6:53 p.m. I have to go to work at 6, which means I have to be up at like 5:25 in the morning, and
You could interpret it as the comics, you could take a character that you really like or a character that you dislike, a certain character trait. For example, I think I relate to Grandpa. Yes, I'm right. And then from that you could choose a book that has superhero themes, a book that has maybe some plot to a movie or a comic that you like. If you really like Captain America the First Avenger, you could choose something that's set in Nazi Germany. Or if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, you could choose a sci-fi.
wait, we're doing superheroes. Alright, so this book doesn't help me so much unless I replace it. This book won't help me with my TBR for like my phase 10 TBR. So the fun fact about that, I've only finished one book on my phase 10 TBR, and it's because I already switched it out. Like, I switched out Over the Woodward Wall. I switched that in for Bartimaeus. But there are two reasons. First of all, it fit the prompt better because the prompt was a short fantasy, and it was a short fantasy. Where Bartimaeus, while it was a fantasy, it was like 300 pages. It was over 300 pages, so it wasn't really a short book. So, yeah. So, the book I'm going to be picking up is The Accidental Hero by Matt M. I still can't pronounce his name. This will get me, oh gosh, what would this one get me? Oh, it's the friend group. Friend group one. Which is the friend group one? I don't remember. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the colorful, will get me the chain for a colorful cast of friends. It's a bit thicker than the other ones I've read so far. It's 468. I'm gonna see if I can find the audiobook somewhere and I can get some writing done for non-rival. Or, right? Whatever it is. Alright, I finished The Accidental Hero by Matt M. 5 stars. I got the dagger, and I also completed prompt number 3. I still have only completed one book from my November TBR, but my Believathon and my 1,000 Doors on TBRs they're going great. So we're gonna find out what my next prompt is.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy, you could choose a sci-fi. And remember, when you finish the book, to come back to this video because whether or not you like the main character, I'm going to take a picture of the next couple of videos. If you like the main character, if you don't like the main character, if you absolutely did not like the main character, or if you have to have a really good time, and we'll see you soon in other videos.
Okay, so I did like the main character, so we're getting prompt 4.
You are just having the best luck this readathon. So you like your last character. Let's see if this next book goes as well for you. Your next prompt is Up. And the choices you have here. You could read a book set up a mountain. You could read a book from up on your highest shelf. You could read a book from an author that you look up to. Or you could read a book that reminds you of the movie Up. Maybe it's got a gung-ho band and maybe a dog in it. Or you could just read a happy book that will lift you up. So many choices. Go have fun! Don't forget to bookmark this video so that when you have finished.
Okay, so the prompt is up. There's just any up. I'll be right back. Let me put this back and look through my TBR. Alright, so let's see if I can look for something on my November. What's that? A lot of these books are really long, though. I love Jonathan Stroud. That would pick me up, but I don't necessarily want to read that one. Let's look. Tunnels, I haven't really been enjoying. Okay. Bold this as well. Alright, so I'm gonna use this book that I recently got called Here Lies Arthur. Because I love Arthurian literature. This is, again, not on my November TBR, but I think it's short. And it is on my Believathon TBR. Let me see if I can figure out where it is. It's the one for folk tales. So, oh, here it is. It gets me the Flash of Lightning. So, I'm just gonna pick that one up. I think it's short, so I'm sure I can knock it out real quick as well. I'm just looking at my physical TBR, or like at my TBR, the physical one at the very least for that, and it's just really long, so we'll see. So, I just finished Here Lies Arthur by Philip Reeves. It was a little bit longer than I expected, and it ended up kind of just being a retelling of Lamort Arthur by Thomas Mallory, and that's not my favorite version of the King Arthur legends, so I found myself really bored. I did give it a 3 stars, so it wasn't that bad, but it definitely wasn't as good as I expected. Let's find out what my next prompt is. We'll see how much I get done of this tonight. It's still November 3rd, but it's almost 10 p.m. and I do have to go to work at 6 a.m. and I took some melatonin, so I'm getting just a tiny bit sleepy.
You can come back and find me and continue with your journey. And if you do leave this video, don't cry because you can always just start from the beginning and retrace your steps to find me. Now go, don't come back until I've finished. Okay, I'll come back. So what I'm going to do next is if you back to the setting of this book. I'm going to show you 4 doors on the next page. One for if you love the setting, one for if it was okay, one for if you really didn't like it, and of course your trusty DNF option. Off you go.
So this is if I like the setting. I'm going to go ahead and say yes, because I just love like the English, Irish, Celtic kind of setting. Let me get a good read. And I like did everything except marked on Goodreads that I finished this.
So, welcome to door 5, the last prompt we're going to be having. You have loved all of your books so far.
I'm on door 5, this is the last one.
Such a great time. We love so
A book that I think is going to make me cry. Alright, so this one is not on my Believathon TBR, but it is on my regular TBR, and I'm going to use Song for a Whale by Lynn Kelly. I read this book earlier this year, and I know it will make me cry, because it made me cry last time. So I'm just gonna write this up, a sad name, but the good news is I am finishing one of these really early. It's November 3rd. I'll finish this by like November 4th. I'm really, like, I'm tired, but I'm really not tired enough to sleep, so. Alright, I'll get back to you when I finish Song for a Whale. I just finished, Song for a Whale by Lynn Kelly. It is now 10:45. This is actually the book that inspired me to write my fantasy that I'm writing right now, which everyone's like doing all this like prep work in October. I've literally just started writing it, and I'm not doing an outline, and I'm putting little notes of what I want to happen like underneath the story. So yeah. I haven't broken up into chapters yet either. I don't know if I will. That might be something I do later. You know, like when I edit it, I don't even know if I'm gonna, finish it, but I'm hoping to, because I really like what's going on so far. Yeah, this one was also 5 stars. I did have this on my November TBR. it would work. It was for a reread. It was working for prompt 5 on my thing, or on the thousand door, yeah. But it's not on Believathon. Although it could work, like it could work for beautiful cover, and I think that's it. But yeah, I'm gonna head to bed soon. To give you an update on my writing, I have 2,730 words if you include my little note. It's untitled right now. The title is just national, not just the NAMA writing thing. I need to get on that and update this. Alright. Have a nice day. Hey guys, just an update. I'm gonna be starting Lockwood and Co. with Empty Grave by Jonathan Stroud. This is book 5. And this is not on my November TBR again. I have basically haven't even tried on my November TBR. But it does fit for 2 of the prompts. Torn Page, which is a book with supernatural elements, and then Spilled Ink, which is a book that focuses on both. Okay. For my NaNoWriMo, I'm at 5,560 words, and I have a couple more plot points I want to add. I don't know when I'm going to add some of these. But yes, that's what I'm up to. Watching the presidential election, there's some states that they basically have all counted, and I wish they would just call them already. And then there's Alaska, who's been at like there's Alaska, who's been at like 56% counted since like at least 10 a.m. and it's now like 3:30. So I don't know what their problem is. But there's like 4 states that if they would just call it already, and then we only have to worry about the last 3. But anyway, I'm starting this one now. I should be starting my physical TBR or my other, like my actual November TBR. I should probably work on those, but I want to read the books on my Kindle app, and I think I want to get all those done, and then I'll work on my physical books. So we'll see. I get to mood read a phase, so which one of those phases am I least interested in reading? See, the problem is I'm kind of interested. I might, okay, what I might do is I have a phase where I'm reading like these 2. I decided to do this one over Loveless because I loved the coloring and this so much. But it is a classic, so I don't know. How long is this? It's a normal length book, 378. We will see. I've kind of been struggling with classics later, and I had this discussion with both my mom and my dad, but I am very picky about classics, where I either love or hate them, and so I've been on the hating side of classics recently and just not wanting to read them. Ignore this bookmark, that's just where it is. I am not actually on page 197, although they put it in the middle of the chapter and that bothers me. And then the other one is A Sword Named Truth by Sherwood Smith. I did really, really want to read this one. I had this whole debate if I was reading this one or Lies of Locke Lamora. I even skipped W, which I had books for, because I wasn't in the mood to read those big books. And so I picked the big book for this one, and then I don't know if I'm actually gonna make it to it. So I might skip / mood read one of these, both of these. We'll see. We'll see. If I can read all of it, that'd be great. Alright, so I have finished The Empty Grave, 5-star reread. I'll admit, I kind of skimmed certain parts of this because I haven't really been able to focus on what I was reading, and since it was a reread, I wasn't that like worried about missing anything. I still love it. I love the budding relationship with Lucy and Lockwood. That is one of my favorite parts of this book. So there we go. So I have 4 more prompts for Believathon, and then I will have completed my Believathon reading. So let me figure out what I want to read next. I did was the torn page in this building. So I have 4 prompts left. Of those 4 prompts, 2 of them are on my November TBR. 2 of them are not. If I am correct, let me check just to make sure. Okay, yeah, so let me find The Girl Who Drank the Moon is on there, and Del Toro's Quest Book 1, The Forest of Silence is on there. Those are the 2 that are on there. I don't remember which one they go for. And I'm not gonna look until. So I'm just gonna do a 1 to 4 random number generator, and then I'm going to see which prompt. Now I have these prompts in the wrong order. Like, they're technically in the wrong order because I went like the top one and then I went top to bottom instead of right to left. So technically I have them in the wrong order, but it still works. 1 to 4. It's still. Alright, generate. It gave me prompt number 1, which is backpack, which I think that should be in the first one. So backpack is going to be my next read. I have a 50% chance of backpack being a book that's on my TBR. Where's backpack? Technically, I reached the crown first. Did I miss it? There's the key. Fingerprint. No, backpack's probably not the first one that pops up because ignore me. So for the Crown, if I gotten the Crown, I would have read The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Just FYI. Dagger. Where is the dagger? The backpack. This is, oh no, okay. This is kind of one I wasn't sure. This is, I get to read Tunnels by Roderick Gordon. I started this one already, so I probably should finish it. But I haven't been enjoying it as much as I should, so I was also thinking about just taking this one and replacing it with one of the books I already read. But I won't. We'll see. Because I have plenty of time. It's only 11/4. Like, this is supposed to be a month-long readathon. And I've already finished the 1,000 Doors-a-thon, so, like, that one won't be extended into my next videos. But also, if I finish the Believathon this month, then all I have to do is focus on the books that are currently on my TBR. And I just get 3 weeks to do that. Or, not this month, this week. Alright, it's 11/4. We're reading Tunnels. Hey guys, I'm here in my bedroom. Should probably turn the lights on. It's getting a little dark. There we go. That's better. Ignored the plugs over here. So I've been reading The Girl Who Drank the Moon. It's interesting. It's taking me a little bit longer because I'm not reading it all at, like, I'm not just sitting down and reading it. I'll sit down and read it. I'll work on my NaNoWriMo book. And then I'll play with some cards. I'll go do something. I got bored. Okay, I'm so tired of being in the house. I have like a plan to go hang out with some of my friends from this club I'm in. We're gonna be going to, like, Texas Roadhouse, and we're gonna be having dinner, so that's good. But I'm in general just bored. So I bought books. So I'm gonna do a little mini book haul. I need to write about 1,000 more words, and I want to finish. So the plans for the rest of this week in the vlog is I need to finish The Girl Who Drank the Moon and The Captive Prince. Both of those are for my Believathon. The Girl Who Drank the Moon is on my November TBR. And after I finish Believathon, if I can finish Believathon this week, which I know it's supposed to be a month-long readathon, but I just got really into the mood for middle grade, I can focus on my TBR that is my physical TBR, which is still quite large. Most of the books I read for Believathon either weren't in this stack or were ebooks. I have started one of these. I did start Scarlet Odyssey late last month. I've got to chapter 2. I keep bringing this with me to work so I can keep working on it in case my phone or my laptop dies, but it doesn't. It never happens. I want to start this one relatively soon and just get into, like, some of the myths. I've already told you that there might be some plans in the work to mood read for count one of these phases as a mood read, and then to skip one of the others just because they are long. Not that I won't start them, but they're just, this one's very long, and this one is a classic, and I am very picky about my classics. I have not finished a Jane Austen classic before. I haven't watched any of the movies about her classics either. Like, I haven't seen any of them. But, if there's more than one, I don't know if they've done, adaptations for, Persuasion or Emma but we'll see. I haven't even read like that Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I haven't even read that, so yeah. I'm very picky about my classics, and while this is a very beautiful edition, I don't want to start it and then realize I hate it, so. So yeah, that's my plan. I might try and finish with The Fire on High, because I also have this on audio. So I found the audio for The Girl Who Drank the Moon on Scribd, so I've been listening to that when I went to Barnes & Noble. Another book I have to start, actually, is There There by Tommy Orange. Yeah, it says Orange. I have to read this for one of my classes. I'm really excited for this book, but based on how the other books we read for that class went, I'm not sure if I should have high expectations or low expectations. But time to do the little book haul after I'll just settle it up. So I walked around, and the first book I found was The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. Actually, this is the first book I found that I actually picked up. There were two other books that I was interested in, but they were in like the new released hardcovers, and they were really expensive, and I was like, let me see, like, I don't want to spend all my money on like these two books, let me see what else is there. I did pick up one, I didn't pick up the other. The other was that new Christopher Poloni book, the something about sleeping in the stars in the title. I completely forgot. It's like To Sleep with the Stars, I think. So this is the sequel to Truly Devious. I give Truly Devious 4 stars, and there was one thing I kind of was really annoying about that book, and I think it plays an even more, like, I think it's like a bigger part in this book, and so we'll see. This one might not be rated quite as highly. The next one I picked up was Sea Spell by Jennifer Donnelly. Sea Spell is the 4th book in the series, or the Waterfire Saga. And the Waterfire Saga, you're probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but it's basically like this little middle grade series that's kind of Power Ranger-ish. It's either middle grade or YA. I think it was... see, looking at these and reading them, I would classify them as, like, middle grade, but, like, I think they're technically put into the YA section, and I don't know, because I was reading, like, books like this when I was in middle grade, like, elementary school, but maybe I just read higher grade level? I don't know. I don't remember. The only distinct remembrance I had is we had to take these, like, tests in, like, 4th and 5th grade to determine our grade level, and then we were only allowed to, like, check out, like, a grade below and above, and then, like, the grade level you are, obviously, but above and below you can only go 1 grade. And so I got the highest grade level, but, like, all they had in the library was Harry Potter, and I had already, like, read those at that point. And so I was constantly having to get books from, like, the grade level below me, and it was a very interesting time. But this to me reads like a middle grade, but I'm guessing that's just the fact that I read books like this when I was in that age range, and so it's actually a YA. If all these mermaids and they're kind of Power Rangers like, and oh my gosh, this kind of like reminds me of an Orchid Tale. So I believe it's a different girl in each of this book, which makes me wonder. Saga is it's 4. The Waterfire Saga, it's usually 4. I'm wondering if this is the last book. Because Saga is 4, like the Star Wars. Well, no, Saga is 6 because the Star Wars Saga is 6, right? Right. Does that mean there's going to be 2 more books? Because that would make sense, because I think there's 5 or 6 girls. There's 5 or 6 girls. And if there were like 6 books, a different girl in each book, and following the story of a different girl each time. Never mind, I'm getting so off topic there. This is already an 8-minute clip. Okay. Then I found Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I think I checked this out from the library, and then I just didn't. I didn't read it when I checked it out, so I decided to buy it because I am interested in it. It seems to have like some mixed media in here, like these little things, so that'll be interesting to read. This one, from what I remember, is there's an academy, and they're giving their first missions. The star pupil ends up running late, and so he gets stuck with like all the worst students. He apparently really doesn't like a girl named... No. His squad isn't his biggest problem. That would be Aurora Jailin O'Malley, the girl he just rescued from interdimensional space. I like how at the bottom it says nobody panic, which is kind of funny because I'm not an engineering major, but I know that engineering majors have to take this course, this physics course, and the textbook is like called Don't Panic. Okay, and then I finally found the third and final part of the search, which the cover in general might just be a spoiler for the TV series. Maybe not, but basically they're trying to find out what happened to Zuko's mom. I don't think that's necessarily a spoiler, but they're trying to find out what happened to Zuko's mom. And then the book that I chose to pick up from that new release hardcovers was One by One by Ruth Ware. I first went to the back and looked in the thrillers by her name to see if they had it in paperback. There was a big empty section, so maybe that's where they had it, if there were paperbacks, but I didn't see it, so I got to pick up the hardcover. Maybe, is the paperback not out yet? Maybe not. It's just a typical hardcover, nothing too fancy about it. This is really pretty. And I like how this matches, and unless you look at it at the right angle, you can't really tell the difference between these two. This one takes place at a ski resort, I believe. Ski chalet. They get snowed in. It's like 8 or 9 co-workers together, and they all have secrets, and I'm believing they die, like one by one they get killed off. So there's that, although I just recently finished Even If We Break, and this kind of gives me, like, the title and the synopsis kind of gives me similar vibes, where, like, and Even If We Break, they're at this cabin, and someone's trying to kill them one by one, or, like, one at a time, and then in this one, it seems like people are dying one at a time. I have 2 of her other books, The Line Game and The Woman in Cabin 10. I was about to say Cabin at the End of the Woods. I started Cabin at the End of the Woods. Not that one. The Woman in Cabin 10. I put it down at some point. I guess it wasn't that I lost interest and no longer wanted to read it. It was that I, had to read something else, I think, for school, and then I just never picked it back up. So there was that, or I got busy with work or something and was reading more ebooks and then just didn't pick it up. It was something like that. And so I do want to eventually read that one. So I have 3 of her books. I haven't actually read any of them, so I'm kind of impressed that I own 3 of them. Although I also own, like, 2 of Megan Miranda's thrillers, and I'm just Megan Miranda's thrillers, and I'm just Haven't read those either, so that's my update. This is a 13-minute clip. Nothing interesting to tell you except I got 5 books. I would be a little bit mad about saving money, but I just got paid, so I'm not too concerned about it. I will talk to you guys later, maybe after I finish this. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, hey guys, I just finished The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. I gave it 5 stars. I completed that prompt to get the crown. So the last prompt I have to get is the hand mirror, which is beautiful cover, and I'm going to be reading The Captive Prince. However, I'm not going to start that one quite yet. I'm going to start it later on. I just realized that Fable Hasten have also come out with another book, so I'm hoping to buy that one at some point. I don't know when. Another quick update. So I'm supposed to reread With the Fire on High. This way, yeah. I'm supposed to reread With the Fire on High. However, I dropped it. I've put it, like, I haven't started reading it this month, and in the beginning of the month, and like last month, I was super interested in it. And I'm just not. So I'm going to use my second switch out, and I'm going to switch this out with Theirs for the Night, which is kind of like the prequel, or like the first book in the series that Forever Theirs is in, and I think it's by, who's it by? I know who it's by. I want to say Nora Roberts, it's not, Katie Roberts, I think. So I'm going to reread that one. I'm hoping to get that one done before I go to work, and then I can start Captive Prince and work on my NaNoWriMo book. That I haven't worked on at all today, and I didn't quite complete the word count I needed for yesterday, and I forgot to update my NaNoWriMo account, so it's all kinds of messy, but it's okay. I'm going to try and aim to get like 9,000 to 10,000 done by the end of today, but it's like 4:30 and I haven't started it. Although I'm a little upset that's like 4:30 and the sun's already setting, and so I feel like it's significantly later. Like I feel like it should be 6:30, which means I'm late for work, but it's not. It's only 4:30, and it's gonna take me forever to get used to this switch. Like just in general, used to this is anyway. So I'm going to switch that out, and then I'm going to start Theirs for the Night, which isn't going to affect my Believathon TBR, it's just affecting my November TBR. Again, this is like the everything vlog, because I'm hoping, like I already finished the $1,000 Door-A-Thon here. I'm probably going to finish the Believathon vlog, or Believathon readathon in this one as well. My Believathon being done in the first week is kind of crazy and insane, especially since I still have all of these to read. Like, technically, I could skip a phase, and so I could, you know, skip out on reading that, and then mood read for a book, and not have to read, you know, this one, or this one. But I'm actually kind of interested in reading all of these. I'm just going to use that, like, I'm going to save those for the end of the month when I'm, you know, maybe struggling, because I did all these books that are not on my, you know, reading list for, like, Believathon. Because, like, even with the $1,000 Door-A-Thon, I tried to make sure that I picked books that were either on my Believathon TBR or on my normal TBR. Which, I think mostly I read books that were on my Believathon TBR. So, that's the update. I'll update you again before I go to work, just to show you how much I got, like, done of the Katie Roberts book. Alright, that's it.